Viv desperately needs the toilet. She'll have to get used to this, the baby pressing on her bladder. Viv rolls to her right side and gets herself up gently, trying not to disturb Leo. Back in bed, she stretches out a lazy arm for his stomach, but her hand closes on itself, disappointed. "Leo?" she calls out. No answer. On her feet again, Viv's hand crawls along the surface of the dresser for her phone. She wakes up the screen. The blue light allows her to see Leo's phone sitting there beside it. 3:18 a.m. The apartment is in total darkness. "Leo?" Silence. She walks from room to room. Down the hallway, Viv moves to the front door. Leo's keys are on their usual hook, next to the Canadian Goose coat she got him last Christmas. You need a key to get out of this flat. "Leo?" she calls down the hall. Viv hears something in her voice and she hates it. Fear is too strong a word. Concern. Whatever. It doesn't belong. She has no reason to be worried because Leo is clearly at home somewhere. "Leo?" As the minutes go by, Viv even checks the linen cupboard for him, which is absolutely mad. His phone, his keys. "Leo!" It's been an hour now. Viv looks out onto the street, keeps calling him. She lets the O drag on. O for okay, which is what he is. But he doesn't answer. And she can't yell anymore because she's running out of breath. Leo is gone. Chapter 5. Viv, London. It is dark and cold, and Viv is the only person awake in the whole of the United Kingdom. That's what it feels like, anyway. It is Wednesday, the day she's due to be interviewed for her promotion. Look at her, up way before her alarm, almost before the close of the Nikkei Tokyo Stock Exchange. It's not really her job to check the Japanese markets, but she might as well because she is up and definitely not going back to sleep. After a few minutes of scrolling through figures, Viv's had enough. She'll make pancakes. That's what she'll do to keep herself occupied until it's time to leave for work. Leo doesn't like them, so this is her chance while he's away. Online, Viv finds a basic recipe and is pleased to see they have all of the ingredients in the kitchen. She warms up the stove while she begins cracking the eggs. Smashing the shells over the rim of the metal bowl is incredibly satisfying. Quickly, Viv gets through the entire carton, even though the recipe only calls for 3. She likes it when a lonely yellow yolk is pierced and spills onto all the other intact ones, looking sad and afraid. She isn't sure what exactly she's supposed to fear right now, and that bothers her. Is she meant to be worried for Leo, for his welfare and his safety, or for her own? While the first pancake cooks, Viv looks around the kitchen. It's immaculate. After she fell asleep, Leo must have cleaned up, even though she told him not to. Did he make it spotless because he was planning to leave? She opens the cutlery drawer for a fork and sees there's a spoon in the wrong place. Leo put it there. Did he drop it into the wrong compartment because he knew he was going and so he didn't care? The yellow kitchen sponge is resting on the cold tap, but its usual place is by the hot tap. Leo has gone cold on her, on their entire life. Suddenly, everything is a sign. Viv turns off the stove. She's not hungry, knows she won't be able to swallow anything. 2.5 years ago, not long after they'd got together, Leo disappeared for a week, went completely off the grid. They got married. Now they're having a child together, for goodness sake, and yet he's never really explained himself. At that stage in their relationship, they were in touch at least a couple of times each day, and then he suddenly stopped responding to her texts or answering her phone calls for a full 8 days. He didn't vanish from bed in the middle of the night, but they weren't living together at the time, so it's possible he left as dramatically as this. Which is like, what?
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.